YouTube, what's good, man? It's your man Jordan back at it again with another fire ass video. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Okay, you know we some real men on this page, but on stream retention, you don't need to be trying to chase fucking entertainment and hanging out with people and partying and goddamn trying to be liked and accepted by everybody. You have to be okay with being hated by people. You have to be okay with not being accepted. You have to be okay with being single or being lonely. And that's not for a long time. That's just so you can accomplish your goals and stuff of that nature. But on this journey, you don't want to be living life like the average man, because the average man, he just pretty much does what average men do, and that's average stuff. You know what I'm saying? And on this journey, you get on this journey for greatness because you want to be different, you want to stand out, and you want to make something out of your life other than, just working your life away. And as you see me, I look around and shit like that a lot. I just got a bad habit of looking around. I'm so used to being fucking gang stalked and shit like that. But on this journey, you need to create you a business, man, in your spare time. You need to create you a successful business. Because the truth is, when you're on stream retention, you get to the point where this journey, not only does it upgrade you, but it advances you. And if you're holding on to bad stuff and negativity, all it does is amplify that stuff and make it worse. So if nobody ever told you that, let me be the first. Just because you get on stream retention, it doesn't mean your life is going to get easier. In fact, your life can actually get kind of difficult if you're not doing anything to change it, because you're probably going to be seeing a whole lot of guys, progressing in life, and it's just going to be like, you're going to feel some kind of way because you're looking at their journey, and you're trying to wonder why you're not, growing or progressing, and you can't because you're not focused on yourself, and you kind of have to go on your own mission of self-development, self-improvement to actually see any kind of gains and progress in the first place. And like I said, on this journey, you want to create you a successful business, because if not, guys, it's going to fucking suck being on this journey, and you have to fucking work, and you have to deal with all these money problems. Because I thought, I thought, okay, boom, I get on stream retention and my life is going to change for the better, and everything is going to get easier, and I'm going to have less problems and stuff like that. But that's far from the truth. So what stream retention does is it puts you to the point where it will force you to see the problems, and if you're not doing shit about it, you're just gonna be, dealing with those problems every day. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be dealing with those problems every day, and you know what I'm saying? Like I'm sorry, guys. I'm dealing with a lot of, BS right now. I'm trying to get myself together. I'm dealing with some shit myself, but I'm still trying to get this video to y'all. Can have some gems that will help y'all out on y'all journey as well. But on the journey, you're gonna see a lot of weird shit. Even if you don't want to, you might run into a lot of weird shit. You might, the so-called friends that you thought you had, just how phony, how fake they are. Sometimes your family is fake as fuck as well on the journey too. Sometimes on the journey, it will reveal to you how fake and phony your family is. Like, I just had an incident happen to me, and it's showing me, my mom, that gave birth to me, is one of the fakest people in my life. And and I'm telling you guys right now, money doesn't, buy happiness, but it definitely can buy you your own house. It definitely can buy you your own apartment. It definitely can buy you your own car. It definitely can help you get to where you're trying to be in life. You know what I'm saying? It definitely could put you in a space where you have peace of mind, and everything is just smooth sailing or whatever. But yeah, man, on this journey, like I said, you definitely want to create you a business in your spare time. If you waste your time, it will hurt you. I'm gonna walk back this way. If you waste your time on this journey, it will hurt you, because it's like eventually you're gonna have to go back to punch that clock. If you got a job, you're gonna eventually have to go back to clocking in to work. And then I don't know how long you might work. You might work for let's see, you might work for about, I don't know, guys. I don't know. You might work for 8 hours. You might work for 12. You might work for 16. But if you're anything like me, while you're at work, you're gonna feel ashamed, because it's just like, instead of being at work, you could be working on your online business or working for yourself and things of that nature. But you can't do that when you're working for somebody else trying to pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? And another thing on this journey, if you look handsome, as such as like myself, no Diddy, no homo shit, you're gonna attract a lot of attention. And sometimes it's gonna, I don't know, if you're anything like me, I get pissed off when I get too much of it. I get really mad, because I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want shit to do with it, especially if it's like unwanted or anything like that. But yeah, that's just how you start to feel about that kind of shit. Sometimes it's not bad, but usually I get it so much, it's like kind of paranoids me. That's why I'm recording this video and I keep fucking looking right and left, cause I'm kind of paranoid with this shit now. But if you're smart and intelligent, guys, you will have a side hustle. You will have ways to get money other than working for, somebody else, or other than, selling your soul or going to the military and getting vaccinated up with all these fucking vaccines that's gonna damage your DNA and damage your psychological, mental health. And just remember, on this journey, definitely, stay prayed up as much as you can. Try to meditate. You don't have to be super long, but when you meditate, you want to just stay calm and relax and just, focus on being a visionary. Create a vision inside of yourself that's positive, and have fun with, bringing that into your reality. And before I go, it's like I'm indecisive as fuck, but I'm still trying to get this message out to y'all. But like I said, like, on this journey, you're gonna deal with a lot of fake, phony people, and it's gonna show you exactly who people really are. It's gonna show you who people really are. And the thing about not having any money is that you're gonna be stuck with dealing with these people, these nasty ass people, these lustful ass people, these demonic, sick in the head ass people, these hateful, jealous ass people. You're gonna be stuck dealing with them and living with them if you can't figure out a way to get away from them guys, like, without harming yourself, without damaging yourself. It's gonna really fuck you up. And I'm not lying to you. It's gonna really like, tear you apart in the long run if you don't do nothing about it now. So I don't give a fuck if you're trying to create yourself your own business and you fucking don't know what to do. You feel retarded. You feel dumb. Don't worry, you're not the only one. That's kind of how I felt at first, but it's like the more I fucking put my mind on creating a successful business, my mind literally started to give me ideas, and I started to have fun about, seeing that shit come to fruition, seeing that shit come to reality. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't do it for nobody else, make sure you do it for you, because like I said, it's either you're gonna be a bum, and if you're on my channel, you shouldn't be a bum anyway. If you're on my channel, you should be trying to improve your life. You should be trying to fucking, change the world. You should be trying to, make sure your relationship with the Most High is solid all night, all day. But if you're a true supporter of me, make sure that you are, in your spare time, we're trying to find out how can you create a successful business on this journey of semen retention, because like I said, like working for somebody, it only can get you but so far, like, and you're not gonna really be truly happy, because the people I know that work all the fucking time, they don't work for nobody. They don't work for themselves. They work for other people. These are miserable people, guys. Like, these are people that they're miserable, and they harm themselves, and they will harm you. You know what I'm saying? And it's a funny situation, man. It's just, if you're wondering why I'm kind of like antsy, or I'm just looking around or whatever, I'm gonna break this situation down to y'all real quick. I'm gonna break it down to you real quick. I'm gonna expose myself. So I have like a living situation right now. I'm not poor. I'm not on the streets or nothing like that. But I do have like a living situation. And long story short, hey, you might say, why are you moving like that? Because, a person literally just try to fucking sit in their car and stare at me, and I'm just like, no, we're not doing that. But I say I have a living situation, bro. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna expose myself, bro. I'm tired of capping. I have a living situation. I have, I got a little brother or whatever. He's supposed to be going off to the military and shit like that. He supposed to have been went, but he's still here. He didn't go yet or whatever. So it's just like, here I am. I'm paying rent, and my brother is living with us, and he's not paying no fucking rent. And it's just like, yeah, I know you're going to the military, and you're gonna be making some serious money, but I don't know a lot of people that are going to the military and they don't have a job. And it's like, some of you might say, oh, why are you exposing yourself? Why are you putting your business out there? Because, like, why wouldn't I? I don't care no more, bro. I don't give a fuck no more. Like, it's just a part of being real, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna sound beautiful. It's not gonna sound sweet. Like, it is what it is. This is what I have to deal with. And just remember, like they say, it's like, you gotta be grateful, you gotta be appreciative, because there's definitely someone out there that's going through something worse than you. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, here I am. I'm paying bills, and I'm sending money to my mother, and it's just like, she's like ungrateful. She's not showing me any appreciation. She's ungrateful. And then my brother is living with us, and he's driving her car. I'm not driving my mom's car, but he's driving her car, and he's like doing whatever the fuck he want, and he don't have to pay no rent, but I have to pay rent. So it's just like, I'm fucked up in the head about that shit, because how is it that y'all making me pay rent and my little brother doesn't? So, you know what I'm saying? Shit like this, I would talk to somebody I'm close to about it. But like, if I had to be a man, the masculine thing to do about it, because I feel like certain situations you can be like feminine, like by being in your emotions and shit. That's like feminine, shit like that. But it's just like, the masculine thing about it is to probably like pay the rent. But I ain't gonna lie, like, my people aren't there on some fucked up ass shit, cause they making me pay all this fucking money, and like I said, my brother ain't gotta pay nothing. Like, I don't understand that shit. sorry. I just had like a brain. I just had like a brain fog again, but yeah, I don't fuck with that shit because, like I said, like how's it that I have to pay rent and he doesn't? But like I said, I might end up chopping this video down. It's a lot of like fucking brain fog going on with me. But you know, if anybody out there, I'm open to, you know, getting judged or whatever. I'm open to motherfucking criticizing me. Oh, Jordan, you're wrong, or you shouldn't be doing this, or you shouldn't be doing that. I'm perfectly fine with that shit right now. I just need, even though I know I should be, you know, I should have my own fucking house, I should have my own car, but I fucked up because I was like in a spiritual community a couple years ago, and I just believed that, you know, some crazy shit was gonna happen to the world, and it didn't. And I kind of knew it wasn't, but I just fucked around and fucking went with the idea. And long story short, I had got with a girl, I had moved in with her parents, and that shit set me back like a couple years. And here I am now, like trying to get myself back together. And it's just like, man, and I'm exposing myself because, like, I would like to change a life out there. I like to help out somebody so they don't have to go through what I went through. It will feel good knowing that I helped out another individual so they don't have to suffer the same way I did, because I ain't gonna say I'm suffering real bad, but you know, a nigga is suffering, you know what I'm saying? Like, a nigga is suffering. I had to be honest. I do get my good moments, I do get my good days, but you know, I just have to be real and keep it real with y'all for this video right here. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I'm gonna drop 2 videos a night, if not maybe 3 or 4, but thank you for tuning if you made it this far. Thank you for fucking with me. You're a real one if you are. And I'm gonna try to, you know, be more articulate and, you know, more literate as I'm speaking and making these videos for y'all. And remember, on this journey, you're gonna attract good, but you're gonna attract bad too. You know what I'm saying? Your light, when you see a light and you see a whole bunch of insects and creatures flying around that light, that's what you are. But those creatures aren't insects, they're more so like entities. And they're, you know, some of them are, you know, energy vampires, and some of them are just demons in human skin, you know. And we live in a world where I had to be honest, and this even for myself, but majority of people, guys, the world doesn't give a fuck about you. The world don't care about you, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially like unless you're like a celebrity or somebody, unless you made a name for yourself. That's the only way the world will care about you. But if you didn't make a name for yourself and don't nobody know you, people will not give a shit about you, man. This world will chew you up and spit you out. But I tell you who will care about you, that money gonna always give a fuck about you, especially while we have it, before they change it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when the US dollar is gonna go out of style. It might be a couple years from now. It's definitely gonna change into like some cryptocurrency type shit, or silver and gold a couple years from now. But while they have the US dollar, you know, generate as much as you can, get rich, get wealthy, and fucking, you know, live the life that you are worthy of living before you die. Because, you know, this life is not forever. It's not promised to us for forever. We know it's a lot of bullshit in this world that we can't really do shit about unless we goddamn, you know, maneuver around it. So let's continue to evolve and progress on this journey. I love you guys so much for fucking with me. I fuck with you too. Comment below. I will comment back to y'all. I'm not too special to where I can't comment to y'all. I fuck with y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'm out.